Goldylocks Productions celebrates 4 years of broadcasting spiritual and metaphysical podcasts, radio and TV shows. Thank you, listeners and supporters. Season 5 begins now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am really excited to be back with each and every one of you in this sacred circle this evening. And I know I had last week off, and so I'm really glad to be back with each and every one of you again this evening. Let me just do a little sound check here since I am
Reverend Tiffany White.
There we go.
And I am really.
There we go. Okay, a little. There you go. I just wanted to make sure. Sometimes when you are the producer of your own show, you just have to take that little moment and just make sure sound quality and that everything is ready to go and everything is looking really good. So thank you everyone for joining in this evening, joining us in this sacred circle where love and healing, where there's a lot of exchange, giving and receiving. So, all right. Oh, thank you for that feedback. I sound great. I'm in stereo. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Everyone's coming in. Hello, Julia. Yes. Hello, pretty well, right back at you, Linda. All right. And let's see. Yep, I'm in stereo. Happy Sunday, everyone, from Chris. Yes. Thank you, Julia, for that feedback. She sounds great. Hello, Sarah and Anthony and Austin. And there's Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Wendy. Yay. Okay, great. Good. Thank you. You can hear loud and clear. Because I know the last couple of times, I think there was some kind of little sound issues when we went live. So I'm really glad for that feedback. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. Hello, Robin. Welcome. Hello, Marie. How have you been, dear? So glad that you have joined us in physical form this time in our sacred circle. Because even if you miss one of the shows, and even if I missed a show, you just think about our group, our sacred circle, and you should be able to feel all of the beautiful energies just spinning around. Sit with that energy and you receive a healing. All right. And let's see. So just take care of some business here. My website, for those of you who may not know that, what it is, if you're watching me live for the very first time, and the live, not just tonight, but if you watch the archive show on YouTube, or anywhere else that it is archived at, and even listening to the archive show on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, so many different locations. So welcome all the new listeners and viewers. And my website is whitesagewoman.com, sage, SAGE.com. So, yes, Linda, actually, we're going to talk about that. And is it horrible? It's horrible to us, or is it horrible to Mother Earth? We all say believe in karma, and you get what you deserve, so to speak. It goes around, comes around. That's what I was trying to think of. I'm sorry about that. So now we have a lot of weather systems that's happening, and of course, a hurricane being the very first thing, and my understanding, and I didn't verify this, but there is many storms right behind this storm as well. Other hurricanes or tropical storms brewing. And why is this happening? Well, we've talked about this before, okay? And but we're going to go into detail with that, okay? So thank you, Linda. You were right on. You're feeling it. So, yeah, it's cleaning. It is. And hold on, let me see, Marie. Of course, dear. There's good days and bad days. Well, know that you are loved and supported, and you have this great support team, okay? So, oh, good, Robin. Were you on last week? I was out of town. Need to watch it. Actually, no, I was not on last week. It was, it just seems kind of strange with the energy. I felt like I was dragging for like a couple of weeks. And then, but last week, I just woke up and it was like, woo, supercharged. And we did a lot of things around the house. I mean, my husband and I, we did a lot of cleaning in the house and outside, and just, you know what, I overdid it outside on Sunday. And just after the whole cleaning, I'm talking about, I mean, we're clean, but this is, when you went to scrub the floors and pull everything out, and, and clean behind everything, and it was just, we were doing really good at the energy level. Then Sunday afternoon, it was just like, whoosh, and so I was like, okay, I just want to rest now. But it's so interesting how we do that, though. It's like, oh, I've been a couple of weeks dragging, and I have a good couple of days, and then we overdo it. So it's just like, okay, let me just pace myself, get back to the pace myself. Now, Chris, that's interesting because yes, that Virgo energy. I'm on the cusp of Virgo and the one after Virgo. For my rising sign, my ascendant, my rising sign. So it's definitely, yeah. Anyway, all right. So then if you're feeling the sadness of what's going on, don't get stuck there. And here's the thing with the empaths and very sensitives, we all feel it. We can't get stuck as Mother Earth is releasing, as it is all releasing. Interesting pictures of like the after. It's throwing back our garbage right back onto the beaches. It's, look at all the litter. Look at what we have done to the oceans and to the waters, and just been so disrespectful. And then we ask why? Yeah, well, all right. We need to do a little bit of balancing here. Okay. So, and that's, yes, the East Coast was hit pretty hard. Well, from actually, I think Southern Florida was really bracing for it, and it actually missed them. And do you believe the Carolinas and Virginia got the worst of it, or got the brunt of it, so to speak? Besides the Bahamas was, of course, the worst part of it. But I was talking as far as the East Coast of the United States. So, hello, Carolyn. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Yay. Yes, you send love and light and let it go. When we start to feel that, and we're going to feel a lot, okay, we're going to start to feel a lot of this. All right. Like I've talked a little bit before, Linda, I know you're not on all the time because you're a very busy lady. But we talked about the mother, as we release, we're all releasing in this ascension process. We're not taking with us all our luggage and our baggage. It has to be released. Okay. So Mother Earth is releasing too. Lady Gaia, Mother Earth is a living being. She is releasing. All right. And, not for nothing. If you are a host and you're disrespected, wow. It leaves me speechless. How would you feel if someone came into your home and was just totally rude and inconsiderate, and just, even though, people that we meet in situations, and it can be hard and challenging. And yes, we agreed for this because we know that there's a lesson, that there is a learning that comes from this connection and this collaboration. Well, this is the same thing. She could shake all living beings right off this earth if she wanted to. Okay? She could if she wanted to. But she's not, because we're all connected, and she does care about us. even if we of course, did some abusing. And we all know you don't piss off a woman. Right? There's something to be so much. She's just like, enough. I love you all. You're like very bad kids. You need to be disciplined. Enough. Anyway, it's a fun way to look at it. But, right? Let's see. Who's this? Julia, please just try to refresh your page if you're having a hard time with Facebook. Also to just check your internet connection. And it could be just a lot of different energy going on too. So it can just, with technology going on right now. Okay. So, Robin, I keep going up and down my spiral, been really emotional. Lost a lot of my hearing. Yeah. I've heard of this too, and that's how I was, up and down, up and down, up and down with that, with my energy. Now, I've noticed that my physical hearing with my ears too, it's like I got to turn stuff up, and maybe I didn't notice it as much as those around me. My husband, my son, when they come and visit, when my son's just like, "Are you deaf? Can you not hear the TV?" And it's just, it almost feels like there's water on the ears, or like it's the hearing's buffered. I can't, and it's like, or like you're trying to hear underwater. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's, I've noticed that too. And but you want to make sure it's not a definite, ask your body, Robin, you're very connected. And just, is this part of my ascension process? Because everyone's going to have different symptoms and it's going to have different side effects, so to speak. And before rushing off to the doctor, have a conversation with your body. Just ask your body. If you're not sure on how that's going to go, have a conversation with your guides, with your angels, with your healing team, or your angel committee. I call it my angelic committee. To just ask, do I need to go to the doctor? Is this something I need to go to the doctor for? And you will get a yes or no answer. All right. And don't keep asking it. Don't ask more than 3 times. You will get your answer very strongly, and then go with that. And also listen to your intuition and to your gut. This will pass. Will this pass? Is this something that is more serious? Okay. So, see, Chris, here's something different, right? My eyes keep watering. I've heard that from people too. Maybe their ears are fine, but their eyes are watering. So we are trying to wrap our 3D minds around this whole ascension process and how our bodies are responding to our DNA reactivation, all strands of our DNA being reactivated. Who remembers the last time we had 12 active strands of DNA? We can have maybe glimpses of memories of what the last golden era was and how much it was so much peace. But, that's probably about it. And I've said this a while ago, I probably haven't. I just need to do a little reminder, I'm told. But even more when watching a Friday nights here, I love I call them, it's alien night. It's, we have all the great alien shows on, ancient aliens. And then we find some shows during the week too. There's one on Wednesday nights now. It's, I forget what channel it's on, but it's on History Channel. It's called Contact, and it's really good. So we do some recordings and just have Friday night be alien night. Watch all these shows. And they keep talking about like this ancient or like this this really ancient technology and how we're catching up. Like, let me just remind you, the technology is not outside of us. Do you know that we are the gods, so to speak, that fell, that are ascending back up. And I'm not saying, no disrespect to the God, to the source. I'm talking about we had these really great powers that a lot of cultures call their gods. They're remembering fifth dimensional beings. When we were in 5D before, right? With all 12 strands of our DNA activated, we're very powerful. We can levitate. The energy off of ourselves can power a huge city, just one person. All right. This is why they go in these ancient places. They don't find a light source. They don't find like torches, any trace of any type of flame or torch residue or anything in these caves or underground. How would you keep something like that lit? How we can move things with sound and our vibration. How these beautiful, huge monuments were erected. Hello. Think it and it's so. We were so powerful. And you know what we did? We misused it. And so our overseers, our elders, deactivated, right, 10 of our strands of DNA. And so there's two strands. Science still, at first they had called the other strands junk DNA, but they realized it's not junk. They absolutely, why would we be given something if it wasn't used or utilized in creation? Let's think about that for a moment, right? So it was naughty. We're going to take this power down, and you got to prove to us, work for it now, raise this vibration. Guess what we have? Applaud, pat yourself on the back, because many of us agreed to come back and be a part of this, to finally see that everything, all our efforts in our past lives, all our sacrificing, our martyring, even our lessons learned, has been paid off. It's working because the ascension process has already started. It's underway and nothing's going to stop it. Mother Earth, Lady Gaia, was originally a 5D planet, a 5-dimensional planet. Just getting back to that. We are getting back to that. And I want you to know, I'm going to share a little bit more with you too, that as we ascend, there's other planets in this universe, and either other universes that if they're higher vibrational and dimensional, they're ascending too. This is beautiful because it affects so much more than you and me, Lady Gaia, Mother Earth. It pushes out. It's huge. It's beautiful. It really, really is. And so so we cannot be distracted by the letting go process. With every birth, there's a death. And this is what we're going to feel like. We are going through the valley of the shadow of death right now, as the negativity on the earth is being settled, is being dealt with. All the egotistical, the greedy, those that don't want to change are being dealt with. All right. Karma has come. It's time to pay the price. All right. Are you going to settle this debt? Or do you not want to do that? Do you not want to be part of this ascension process? So, and just to recap what was revealed before, all right? For those that are from this solar system, this universe, if they don't want to ascend, they don't want to leave the 3D energy, they are actually going to their stargates, their star systems around this earth. There's schools. So they're going to be taken to the schools. Sorry, my son's had stepped out and he's back. So the dogs are welcome him back. All right. So they're just going to go to school. They're going to go back to school. Those 3D beings that aren't from this universe, they are going back to their own universe, to a 3D planet, there or to another place where there's a 3D planet and just have to until they learn. Okay. So there we go. Are we at the lower? This is the ascension. A lot of us are, and it's not just it's not so cut and dry. Like here's the third, here's the fourth, here's the fifth. You know, it's like ombre. It's like there's a meshing in between that's all connected. You know, the third dimension is connected to the fourth dimension we call heaven, to the fifth, and there is like this overlay of it. So you can feel like you're 1 foot in the third dimension and 1/4 in the fourth, because as we're ascending, that's what's happening. We're still part. We're still offloading, and it has to be slow because we couldn't handle that fast energy. So if you want to think of it like a visual, because it's fun to do that. Is as we're ascending and we're starting here, a lot of us offloading the mind is woo. Offload. So we're going into this upper vibrations, and then we go down to the shoulders, and then, you know, but as we're ascending, we are still connected to beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth, Lady Gaia. Okay. So everything that's happening right now is Mother Earth releasing. We're also on a polar shift. A lot of people have forgotten about that. Science don't want to talk about it, but it's a polar shift. That's what happened after the fall. Our Earth was completely different, and then when that last golden age fell, there's a polar shift with the Earth. It really put the Earth through some major changes. The Great Flood, everything. All right, that is documented in culture. We don't even remember what it was like. Deserts were green and bountiful and how calm, and had water. And there's proof. They go like the deserts and like, why is there ships buried underneath this sand? Because now they have technology to scan what's underneath the sand. Why are there actual sea life fossils in the desert? Because it wasn't always a desert. Okay? So if to do it that fast, and the whole plan is not to wipe the humans off the earth. It is to do this during the ascension process. As we are ascending, we are going to be clear of any of this. If it's not your mission or your destiny to cross over or to leave this physical existence, then you will choose lots of things to choose on how to leave if we need to leave to keep things balanced. If it's our time and we need to leave, we're going to choose anything. It could be an accident, it could be a car accident. You know, it can be affected. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, at the right time. But if it's your time, it's your time. You're going to go. We've seen people in the middle of survive horrendous things because it just wasn't their time. All right. So there you go. So the polar shift is dredging up a lot of polar SHIT. Chris, very good. Right. And notice this too, with high winds and the hurricanes and things that come in. And remember, science has proved this too, that the Arctic, as polar caps and everything, as the ice melts, you know, it's releasing old bacteria, it's releasing old germs, things that have been dormant, and now it's getting reactivated and re-energized in the wind and in the water and in these weather systems, and it comes through, and everyone's now let me coughing a little more, a little sick, or I feel this way and I feel that. It's not all. Well, I guess it is. You know, yes, it is some ascension stuff, but it's stuff that's being stirred up. This is part of Mother Earth releasing. As we're releasing, she's releasing. And everyone that's sensitive to her is going to feel not just our own stuff we're releasing, everyone else around us, maybe our family, those who are under the roof with you, and the earth and everything. We can't be stuck in that release mode. It's okay. I recognize what I'm feeling, and I'm going to go higher than that. What's the highest we can go is stay in that love. Love. The Sacred Heart Center. All right. I'm going to talk about the physical heart. I'm going to talk about the chakra, the Sacred Heart Center, right? The center of your chest. Stay in that love. Stay there. All right. Send weather systems out. Help the hurricanes, the storms that come through, wildfires. Fires are meant to cleanse the earth. If they rage on and on and on, you know what they're feeded, what they're being fueled on. Excuse me. They're being fueled on is people's fear, humanity's fear of these fires. But if we send it love, we recognize that it's a clearing and a cleansing. Love, 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 love. Then bam. Guess what? Then it stops. It slows it down. Oh, okay. All right, great. It doesn't do more than it needs to do. But refuel it and fan it with our own fear. Robin, did we choose the way? Yes, absolutely we did. We know, our soul knows. Let me say that. Our soul knows when it's time. Our soul does. And there can be, now, there are, and I've done there's a video on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. You might have to, it's one of my personal ones. So you're going to have to just go to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. There's playlists. Click on Goldylocks Temple of Healing. There is a video I did about NDEs, near-death experiences, and exit points. We all have like 5 preset exit points to where we can actually choose, I'm ready and I want to go. The last one is not negotiable. Okay, that's it. We're done. There's no more. It's like 5 lives. Seriously. But we do have these chances. I remember one. And it can be a simple little thing. And I talk about all the different variations of that in that video. So jot that down. It's called NDE and exit points. So near-death experiences and exit points. Check that video out when you get a chance. And that can help explain a little bit more too. And while you're on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe to it and click that little bell for notifications, and you will be notified via email every time I upload a new video. So a new show, a new video. So yay. All right. So it's fascinating. It's a topic all in itself. All right. So I do want to actually, one of the things that we're going to do is a little meditation. And so I want you to get your crystals ready. If you light candles around you. Drink some water, stay hydrated. Cold water. Do you know? I wasn't given any more information. I just thought it was fascinating because I never really liked hot drinks. I've always been a cold drink kind of person. And I have to sit with this and try to get some more information. It's just something interesting that I, in conversation with my angelic committee, asking questions, having conversations about any and everything. And just, I was like, why do I like the cold water so much? And then just was like, because, believe it or not, hot tea, hot water disconnects you energetically. I'm like, what? So I don't understand it all. Let me get some more validation on that. But they did say to consider this right now with all the ascension that we're going through. Anyone that has a lot of feelings in their mouth, and I do, you really want to stay away from too many hot drinks, because it releases the mercury in your fillings into your blood system faster. This is if you have them, and I haven't gone to, you have to go to a special dentist to remove them. You can't, a regular dentist should not be removing mercury fillings, the metal fillings, because it's dangerous. And they usually would use like heat, and that would make it absorb faster into your body, which would be very toxic. Up to a lot of toxins rushing into your blood system. So your bloodstream. So what is recommended is that you go to a special dentist. And I've talked about this before too. And you can message me and I can give you the website, because I don't have it on the top of my head right now, of what that is. But they're just special dentists, the holistic dentists. They have to be set up to properly remove mercury fillings, and they do it with a cold technique. Think about that. You keep mercury cold, it's less toxic than if you heat it. Okay? So know that. We feel better connected. Now think about this. A lot of people think that I can't sleep unless it's cold. It has to be just the right temperature to sleep in too, right? So there really is something to this. I need to sit with my team and have them explain to me a little bit more about this, but it is fascinating. I do have 1 cup of hot coffee in the morning, and that's just to jumpstart my brain. But the rest of the times it's ice. I mean, ice water, iced coffee later on in the afternoon. So it's everything else from there that has to be cold. Now, don't crunch. You just want to let it, just slowly sip it. You don't want to get a brain freeze. So anyway. Yeah, Chris, I like everything cold too. Yeah. And yeah, lukewarm. There you go, Wendy. Exactly. Not too hot. I mean, that's fine too. Which I have to tell you, I love herbs. I mean, since the 90s, I've been dealing with herbs in traditional Chinese medicine. And traditional Chinese medicine tells you to have hot tea to break up the mucus. All right, to have hot drinks, that the hot drinks breaks all of that up. But you know what? If we are getting our adequate vitamin C and vitamin B12, we won't have mucus. So there you go. Oh, Robin, I need a fan and no clothes on. I know, right? It's like, exactly. But so there's something really magical about that, and I need to explore more of that. I know it sounds really crazy right now, and I know Linda lost you. It's okay. That's not the focus for this right now, but it's kind of funny. Marie, let me see. Let me go back and look at some of these. That's a very good question, Marie. Is there a difference from nature fire cleansing than human setting fires? Now, no. I'm going to tell you why. People work for karma. We all work for karma. We all have said something or done something to help someone else, whether we realize it or not. And I'm not saying that it's good people do. We've all made mistakes. We've done stupid things. But how do we know that we weren't working for karma at that time to get that outcome? We need this desired outcome. Who can we make that happen? Who's ready to receive these instructions? Who's ready to, yeah, right? There you go. Okay. But we all have worked for karma in one way, shape, or form, as far as saying something to somebody that you feel it channeled through you, doing something. Not that you're creating anything for anybody. Don't take it like that. But it's so simple but so hard to explain. Anyway, sit with that. Maybe journal and ask about that. Have I ever worked for karma? What have I done? And you probably may think about some situations. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Because if it helps to teach someone a lesson, and that's what they're here to learn, then there you go. Okay? They call like vigilantes. All right, who are they working for? Those very strong into the justice. And when okay, the law of one, the law of source is much higher than the law of man, 3D law. All right. And so they're operating on a higher vibration, but they're getting blamed for low vibration. So we can really drive ourselves crazy if we think too much on this. So don't. Remember, anything the high vibrational is very simple, very simplistic. Doesn't need a 45-page thesis to explain it. It's just you should get these answers in words, very short phrases or sentences, and the vibration that's with that is like a sound, a vibration, very high frequency that our soul understands. Oh, gotcha. And lessons are the key. That's it. We are definitely, we're here to learn from our mistakes, put it behind us, and ascend. And that's what the whole release is. All right. Wendy, it's funny that you talk about working for Comar. I was just talking about that with my brother. That's awesome. Let's put the validation. Synchronicity. Woohoo! All right, before time goes on, let's we're going to send some healing, and this is going to be a little different than what you think. We can all send love, send prayer, and the driver behind prayer is love. Love is very powerful. Love is a very powerful healer. So we can do this, just send, and we've done it before, to the oceans, to all of water. You can have a blessing when you're taking a shower. Just bless the water. All right? I do that every time I take it, and have it guilty. You take too long a bath or too long in the shower because you're like a child playing in the water. I have to be conscious of my time. But you can, if you're in a bath, you can scoop up the water, and I bless this in all water, and just play with the water, let it fall out of your hands. When you're in the shower, I cup my hands like this and let the water fall in your hands. And it's like, I bless this and all the water, and just let it go. And I also do this with include all the other elements as well. But it's fun. It's very powerful. And there's something very magical about that. When I say that it's fun, it's like it just draws us in because we know our connection. We know that life starts with water, in water, because of water, right? All right. So grab your crystals, light a candle, light some incense. If you wanted to light some incense, whatever you wanted to do. I have a little incense here. I'm going to light a little cone here. So I'm going to light incense for us. And you may be surprised where we're going to go on our little healing journey. So everybody prepare and get comfortable. And what I'm going to do before we actually go into the meditation is I'm going to share with you a little bit of some knowledge, some wisdom that is passed down. Let me move this so it's like right in the face. Okay, there we go. All right, so some wisdom. And so the area that we are going to be focusing on is the ocean near Fiji. Now, there are all the ascension stars and planets or constellations that we see from this earth plane. They're there for a reason. And so I always, Alcyon, Alcyon, it is the brightest star in the cluster of the Pleiades. Now, then the Pleiades is one of the 4 ascension stars, the planets or constellations, that's connected with the Earth. And that's where the schools are, the intergalactic schools. All right. So the beings that are from here radiate blue healing energy. Reminds me of Avatar, doesn't it? When you hear that, it's like, oh. So when you are in bed, ready to go to sleep, and you want to, I call it, get on your healing bed, and healers, as we call in these, I call in other healers, other light being healers. I've seen the blue beings show up. I've seen the angels, other light beings, the blue beings. Beautiful. They're very powerful healers. All right. And so from Alcyon, it's high frequency energy flows to Earth into the portal that's located in the ocean near Fiji. So this facilitates the cleansing and natural growth of our planet, all right, enable the frequency to rise. So this healing light then from that particular brightest star in the Pleiades, it's going down to the ocean near Fiji. So then the healing light comes through Fiji, all right, which, by the way, is the spiritual navel center of the earth, that sacral center, the navel of the earth is the earth chakra, the chakra of the earth, by the way, Fiji. So this powerful light comes in through that navel chakra of the earth to bring in more friendship, more warmth, togetherness, and cooperation to humanity. Archangel Gabriel, of course, is in charge of those chakras in the human body, but also of this portal, and is helping to spread the energy from here to other parts of the world, to touch the people, to cleanse the planet, and to raise it back into the fifth dimension. It's very powerful and helping. So when this healing flows through the portal of Fiji, and then it goes down, and when we say connected to the earth, we're connecting into hollow earth. So it goes through the portal of Fiji into hollow earth, and then really up our feet, the bottom of our feet, and through us too. And these higher qualities affect the blueprint of the earth. It's helping her ascension process, so that Lady Gaia can send her changes out, can send the changes out to the planet and touch every living being. So her intention is not for you to get stuck or swept away in any of the negative off-balancing energies that's being released. Let it go. As we practice openness with our open hearts, our open sacred hearts, connecting with that cosmic sacred heart, as we practice oneness, openness, warmth, friendship, cooperation, harmony with each other, being welcoming and together, our fifth dimensional navel chakra opens up and our lives will be transformed. This is that real sense of community we're talking about here, all right? And true community will automatically flourish. And as this continues to happen, we will become more open and welcoming towards high frequency beings from other planets who are not waiting to help us. You know what? They're already helping us, but we'll be more open to them. Isn't that fascinating? And work with them more. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go on this little, you could call it like a shaman, you know, there's people call it a shamanic journey, or, you know, just a meditation or a visualization. We're going to start this now, so I want you to get comfortable. Grab your chakras, grab your crystals. Yes, make sure your chakras, be aware of your chakras. Grab your crystals, get a sip of water, and let joy settle in. Laugh, ha ha ha. Being joyful always helps. Right? All right, so of course, hopefully you're in a place that's quiet and undisturbed. You know, if you hear pets go off, that's just the way it is. All right, because sometimes our dogs and our cats, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm a part of it. All right, now As always, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Relax. Feel your muscles loosen up. Deep breath in through the nose. Release through the mouth. Or breathe in and out any way that's comfortable for you. If you're stopped up, you have to breathe the best way that you can. So do that. But make sure it's a really deep breath. Deep, deep down. One more. Through the nose. As always like to start off with making sure that we are grounded. The feet flat on the floor. And then our floors pretty much dissolve and we are having our feet onto the ground. And imagine roots coming from the bottoms of your feet and going deep into the earth, into hollow earth. Know that you are protected. The angels are with us. Archangel Michael is around. You may see some blue, experience some blue flashes of light. I want you to breathe in beautiful, warm, welcoming, orange light into your navel chakra. As we take a deep breath in, this light's coming through us. As we breathe out, then it goes back. It blows out the chakra like a cleansing, like a clearing it out. Okay? So breathe in. Welcoming orange light into the navel chakra area, the middle of our body. Let it shoot out of your navel chakras in all directions. So visualize now yourself being transported to the glorious white sands of the Isle of Fiji. Be aware of the rustle of the palm leaves. You can hear the wind blowing through these palm leaves. You can feel the wind on your skin. Just a very light, warm breeze. You hear the crashing of the gentle waves on the shore. You feel the sun on your skin, not too hot, just there are many people all around. They're talking, they're laughing. People of all ages. Children running around, playing. They're feeling warm and relaxed, confident and open-hearted. Go up to these people, join them, and laugh with them. Don't let that stump you. Has it been a while since you laughed? Have you forgotten how to laugh? Just laugh. Be joyful. You are now standing in a circle with these friends. You're holding hands, swaying back and forth, the energy, or side to side. Now you're holding hands as you're swaying back and forth and side to side. However, the energy is moving through you. And you're so happy and so joyful that then all of you start dancing around in a circle. You're dancing, stomping your feet on the sand, dancing, dancing, letting this joy and this oneness and this connection just go through your whole body. Feel that you are totally accepted as one of them. Welcome and belonging. You're most definitely welcome and belonging in this sacred circle. This feeling that you're experiencing right now, hold on to that. Stay in that space. Don't lose it, because now we're going to take this feeling and we're going to apply it to a difficult situation that's happening with you with this chakra open. So you're radiating warm, welcoming energy. As we're approaching the people we met in this new sacred circle, in this new space, openly and lovingly, we're going to transform the energy so that you're all cooperating and enjoying each other's company. Notice that as we're applying this energy to a difficult situation, that difficult situation lessens. It loosens up. It dissolves even. We are applying love to situations. So we are healing, resolving, we are releasing. When you have felt the power of this chakra being open and operating at the 5th dimensional level, and you feel that all this power has cleansed and helped bring more clarity to difficult situations, then return back to where you are, right here, right now, back fully into your body. Slowly open your eyes and remember the powerful vibration of this chakra. And you can go back here at any time you wish for healing situations with other people, the past, the future. The magic is always in the now, right here, right now. Remember that. Whew, take some deep breaths. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Make sure you're fully back in your body. Oh yeah, Carmen, you started feeling pulsating. Yes, yes, absolutely. They're very, very powerful, very, very beautiful. So this is why we all of us love being around the water, whether it's the oceans. And in the oceans, they are very, very powerful. Because the sand, have you ever seen sand under a microscope? They look like they're little crystals. So we're laying on a crystal bed of sand. We're enjoying the water. You can hear the water crashing on the shore. Feel the sun raining down on us. We can feel everyone else enjoying, whether they're talking, laughing, playing. It's very magical. We're all connected. Wow, that's powerful healing. This is why we love the beach so much. This is why but you can get there anytime, even in the winter. When you go there visually, we can go there anytime we need to. And we can take our stuff with us that we need to get rid of and get rid of it. See how kids don't hold on to anything. They let go of it, don't they? They just let stuff go through them. And we should learn more by watching and being around these kids, how joyful they are. No one should take their joy away from them, and no one should take your joy away from you, right? So, oh, good God. Wonderful, wonderful. That was great. Yes. Feel so light and free. It does, really. You do feel very, I know I feel very light too. It's like, woo-hoo. Definitely do this again. You can do this anytime. You know, when you get a phone call You maybe get a letter in the mail. You get a message, text message. You get a message. You get something, or you're in a conversation. Thank you, Marie. You get in a conversation with somebody, or just anything that upsets you. Take that pause. Take that deep breath. Bring that orange light right through this chakra and just, am I going to take this personal? Am I going to take this situation personal? Is it going to stop me? Am I going to allow it to stop my growth or to be a block? No. Oh no. We've come too far. We all have done very well. Everyone in this sacred circle has done a lot of work. We've come very far in our spiritual process and our spiritual ascension. And there's no going back. So yeah, we still have, of course, as we are leaving the third dimension and we're in the fourth, and you kind of got both all these energies going on, we're still releasing, we're still purging. And whether we're doing this inside and even outside, a lot of us I know still, it's like I can't purge enough. It's so funny. It's you can go through, everything in your house, and it's like, okay, so we've got pretty much everything gone through that we want to purge and get rid of. And my next focus is the attic, because we store lost treasures up there, don't we? So it's hitting that attic and really going through and just letting go of some things. And if they've been sitting out there for so long, really, who's enjoying it? It's just clutter, get rid of it. Unless you're saving it, then that's for other members in your family, that's different. Okay. So it's, yeah, I know, Chris, I didn't want to come out of it either. It was like we just wanted to stay there and play on the beach, right? Just take in some more. And, you can do that too. Just visualize anytime you be on the beach. And you can ask for messages. When I go to the beach, and I tell you, I haven't been in a couple of years, because when you get that good at astral projection or the visualization very strongly, that it's taking years and years of doing this in meditation. And there is wonderful, wonderful meditative music out there. Let me think of his name, Stephen. He did like ocean sounds. You can hear seagulls. When you take yourself there, and it's music that help you when you first start, and then to help you in that, oh wow, I'm bringing it to me, or am I going there? Astral traveling. Interesting concept, right? But energetically, I'm by the water. Oh, it's so powerful and so healing. All right. And then Stephen Halpern, Halpren, Halpren. Thank you. Stephen Halpern has done a lot of music. Like there's chanting music, there's ocean, there's all sorts of different things. Yes. Is it I-N? Yeah, thank you. I think I said E-N, Halpern. Thank you very much. Yes, Stephen Halpern. I have all of his CDs. I mean, they're on my computer, they're on my phone. So if I want to, to go and do a meditation, some shamanic journeys, there's shamanic drumming. There's everything you need to do to help you to meditate. And it's just to make your meditations more powerful. And you know what? You do that enough, and you don't need, just like with anything, tools, the spiritual tools. Once you exercise that enough, it just happens naturally. Now I can just think of an ocean, and I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing I'm feeling the sand between my toes, the gentle breeze, the smell of the salt water, hearing the seagulls, kids playing, and then people talking, people having a good time. It just becomes a part of you. All right. Very, so very nice, isn't it? All right. Let's see. Thank you for that. I have had a thing that projects ocean waves and play. That's nice too. So it's if we all, even those with very powerful visualizations, or we can picture things and see things, we strengthen it. Just like we have tools, the same thing, we build up our intuition. We all have tools, the spiritual tools. Let's use them. All right. So there you go. All right. So this has been wonderful. Woo! I still feel lightheaded. So thank you so much, Marie. Thank you. I've enjoyed it as well. And I will be on next Monday, which is the 15th. So it's interesting because this week is a very powerful week coming up. And we have Friday the 13th. And then Saturday, a full moon. It's 12:35 a.m. Eastern time. So we always like to say Friday and Saturday, depending on what time zones you're in. All right. So full moon and Friday the 13th. And a lot of us feel it way before. So be prepared. Buckle up. Go to the ocean. Chill, relax. Yay. Let's see, Chris. I also like the music by Patrick Bernard. I have to check him out. His name does sound familiar. So I will have to check that. Everyone, let's check that out too. Thank you so much, Chris, for that suggestion. I love that. Those that wanted to have, thank you, Julia. You have a wonderful week. And thank you, Sarah. Thank you all so very much. Again, those that wanted a message or a reading, you can contact me through my website, whitesagewoman.com. Schedule a session. I'd be happy to. We'll have a phone session, video session, however you wanted to have a session, we could do that. And just tune in next week, next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And thank you all so much for participating in this sacred circle. And many blessings to each of you. And thank you, Teresa. Yes. All right, my love, let's float off. Woo! Good night, everyone.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments, then head over to Goldylocks Productions' YouTube channel.
With over 950 archive shows, the fun doesn't have to end.